Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you all about how to get pregnant fast. This is for all my ladies that are in their trying to conceive part of their journey. I know a lot of women, since people around you end up pregnant, you're like, oh, I just get pregnant whenever. And then when you start trying, you slowly find out that it's not that easy. So I wanted to give you guys some tips that I used. I have been pregnant one time outside of IVF, so I did want to let you guys know what I did because I got pregnant on purpose. And it's from a lot of research I've done. But definitely, first and foremost, I think that the first tip I want to give you guys is to make sure that you are seeing your gynecologist. Make sure you're doing they have your blood work, and you get your pap smears, because a lot of times, a lot of women, you're not infertile. You're just not, it's just something's off. You don't have enough of something. And it could be something as small as enough vitamin D. You're not kicking out ovulation right, And so they'll tell you, go take, the little vitamin D supplements. So I went to see, I wasn't getting pregnant as fast as I would like to. And so I went to my gynecologist and just kind of got a panel done and try to see, what's going on. And of course, if you're not seeing a fertility doctor, they're going to treat it like, oh, it takes a long time. Mine was like, it can take people up to a year to get pregnant. I was like, ma'am, I'm already 55. I don't have a year to get pregnant. So what can we do? But that's just not like their niche, really, unless you have a doctor that dabbles in that. You're not pretty much going to get enough information. So you could go see a fertility doctor instead of your gynecologist and have them kind of do a panel and just kind of give you some suggestions or a plan to kind of see where you're at and to get pregnant. So when I had got my blood work and everything done, we found that I don't ovulate every month. So I tried to get pregnant for 3 months, but I needed help ovulating. Some signal in my brain, I forgot the pineal gland, I guess it is not sending the signal to my brain. It's not kicking out the hormone, which is progesterone, as well as it needs to make me ovulate. So most months I don't drop eggs, basically. And so I started researching, things to combat that instead of just going straight into fertility treatments, which can get up into like the 20,000-30,000 range if you're paying out of pocket. So I was trying some things on my own and I ended up pregnant. And so one thing I looked at, like when you go on the Google and the YouTube or whatever, it's just how to get pregnant. And I ran across this supplement here, let me see, called Vitex. I don't know if that window light is kind of in the way, but basically this is off Amazon. It's not a whole lot in here now, but this is a herb, Vitex, and it replaces I guess it gives off the signals that your pineal gland should, and it produces all of your hormone. It makes all of your hormones come out. So it's like an aid. This is very, very important if you're going to be trying to conceive. And if you don't have any issues, kind of like I did, but you don't, this would probably get you pregnant within 2 to 3 months, or probably the first time if you follow all the steps. This right here is God. It's God when it comes down to, and I sorry Christians if I offended you, but it's like a Bible, like this is imperative if you're gonna try to get pregnant. They come and it looks different in all different bottles and everything, but just look for the word Vitex. Now, what I did with this, I think this one said take two capsules once daily with food. The other one I had said take 1 a day. I popped 3 of these babies a day. Only reason why I popped 3 is because I'm so deficient in hormones that I knew that I would need more. And it's just an herb. It's not like, medicine that, can you can overdose on or anything like that. But yeah, so this right here 3 times a day, and you have to be consistent because it's an herb and it's slow. So meaning that if you need a lot of help, you need to start taking this like yesterday. That way you can get it in your system and it can work regularly. 3 times a day is a lot. I just took one with every meal, but it helped me in ovulating. Another thing is you need to make sure you're using your ovulation kits. This is the last one I had, so I just didn't throw it away for this video. But this is imperative because it's going to tell you when you're ovulating. A lot of women guess when they ovulate based off of a calendar. Like, I had my cycle this day, I should ovulate on that day. And so they're counting days, but every one cycle, since it goes from like 28 to 30 something days, you may be a day or 2 or 3 or 4, off on ovulation just strictly by going off the calendar. So you definitely need to get any ovulation kit. I would say, I hate to tell you this, if you have the money to, or if you got like a flex spending card, I would say go get the digital ones first, just so you won't make any mistakes and it's easy to read, because you want to be sure you're able to. I think this one, yeah, it shows you when you are ovulating versus when you're not. But they have a digital one that costs more. I went for this one because I had already known how to read these. But you need to be taking these every day. Like after your cycle, after a few days, it came with 10 sticks in here and then 1 pregnancy test. And so you want to be sure to keep up with your definite ovulation. Another way you can do that is through your temperature. When your temperature spikes, I think it is, that means that you're ovulating. So, but that's some research that you can do. I didn't play the temperature game. I rely heavily on the ovulation sticks just so I knew, like, this is the day that I need to be intimate. And let's get into that, which was a problem for us. Time sex is very difficult in trying to conceive, and it can cause a toll on your relationship because it's not natural, it's not intimate. It's like, oh, we gotta do it today. Like, you walking around looking at each other like, oh, today is the day, like you probably think like, oh, what should I tell my husband or boyfriend or partner or whatever, like, oh, today is the day or something like that. So what I did, because it was really weird for my husband, like he don't like all of that. He's spontaneous. Plans is just not his thing. Even like planning to go to dinner is not his thing. So I definitely had to learn how to time intimacy. So in my house, all of this stuff was done by me and only in my head. So I was the only one around here knowing when it was time for me to ovulate, and I was the one that made sure that we were intimate these days, leading up to and after, just so I didn't put any pressure. So you guys, if y'all are trying to get pregnant and you and your partner trying to get pregnant, please don't stress the other person out. That doesn't have to go through the feminine what is it, the whatever we go through, like the everything we go through to get pregnant. Like, they don't understand that. That's not a part of their every day, every month life. So they're not gonna, unless you have someone who's just completely understanding and into that, then God bless you, because you are so lucky, that you don't have to deal with another, chapter or phase of just pressure. To save yourself stress, to save your partner stress, make sure you are in control of your body. You know when you're gonna ovulate, you're keeping up with that. And if your partner is not one of those, or you don't want to make the atmosphere weird for no reason, then don't do that, because getting pregnant is a long journey. Everybody doesn't make it the first, second, or third time. Some people, like my gynecologist said, take up to a year to conceive. So you want to be mindful that hey, this may take longer. I know you're excited, like, oh, we're trying for a baby. Babe, come look, I'm ovulating. And then like he's out hype or she's out hype or whatever you have going on. And then after that month, you take that, or the 2 weeks, you take that pregnancy test and it's a negative, and then you go through this emotional phase where you're sad, and then you get all frustrated because it's like, well, I did everything I needed to do. Why didn't it happen? So there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of doubt, a lot of pressure. So unneeded, unwarranted issues need not happen in this. Just take control of your fertility, take control of your body, and just make sure you're saving other people's emotions for the time that you need to be emotional, because you want to be sure that the next time y'all do this, you haven't ruined it for your partner and you're like, oh, it's negative again. Or if you show up like, oh, it's positive, and then now you got to worry about, am I going to be able to carry the baby, or will I have a miscarriage? So there's always this other phase. There's always something around the corner. So you want to be sure that you are taking everything step by step and making sure that you are in control of all of the emotions that go into this. If you need someone to talk to, do not do it with your partner. Find you. What I did was lean on my friends. So my friend girls, I would, talk to them about it. Or, someone that just doesn't have a dog in the fight, or they don't have to go through the roller coaster with me, of disappointment or happiness, and then disappointment and happiness again. So that, just find you someone you can confide in, or your parents, anybody, or cousin, family, anybody that you're close to. Rely on them. That's what they're there for. That's what you're there for with them. So they, need to return, the favor, and make sure that they're being there for you. But just please, please, please do not stress out your partner. But so yeah, just a recap, make sure you guys look on Amazon or go. I haven't found it in Walmart, Vitex, but I have found it in a grocery store called Market Street, which is in Texas. I'm not sorry about that. My YouTube just starts playing in the background all loud. But yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere but Market Street, and that's a grocery store, but you can definitely get it on Amazon. And make sure you're using your ovulation sticks. Any other supplements that you need to take, I did read online something called L-arginine. I think that's what it's called. If I'm butchering that, y'all don't come for me. It's been so long since I've done this. Zinc was another really good one, but you need to look up supplements to take when you're trying to conceive as well, because that's going to help you. The more supplements you take, the better, the more healthier you are. You're just trying to get your body regulated and trying to bring baby here. So let me know in the comments if this helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.